mark it down. But Dre, I gotta go to you, brother. You are on the screen this past week. A lot of news in Major League Baseball. Before we get to the big one,
Ooh.
late last week, last night, it was like a week ago, almost late in the evening. The New York Yankees struck a deal for Juan Soto, and then you saw this past weekend Shohei Ohtani, 7 years, $700 million contract, fully
Damn.
guaranteed, but he will defer all but 2 million this season. So he'll be getting all of that money from like 2034 to 2042 or something.
Yeah.
Dre, how do you feel about this move? Goes to the Dodgers, and how do you feel about Soto to your Yankees, man? Are the Yankees back in contention?
I think Soto to the Yankees. I'm gonna start off with my team first. I think that they did a. I think they fulfilled a need. Um, and this is something that you like to see. This is something that the Yankees are prevalent on doing. We usually pay players, we take risk, and this is a risk because Soto is on a 1 year deal. We only have him right now for a rental, but he fulfills a need that we have with hitting with the outfield. I think that he can really help Soto right there with Judge. You're not sure about um, our other
John
guy,
Carlos, Juan
Carlos,
Carlos.
John, but um, I think that at least Soto and Judge will be really good bats to help this Yankees lineup. So I'm really excited about that. There's still some improvement that we need as far as the pitching, but I think that he definitely fulfilled a need, and I'm happy that the Yankees were able to take a big swing and get him, and he seems excited to want to be here. As far as Otani, he just seems like he was destined to be a Dodger. We've heard the rumors for a while now that he wanted to go to the Dodgers. You saw that their manager seemed like he was about to screw it up for a second, saying that they had talks, and then everybody's like, oh, like don't debut that. But how do you turn down $700 million? So I mean, I don't give a damn if the news got leaked to TMZ. $700 million. I mean, I'm not turning it down. I don't know any gentleman on this panel, and I've known y'all for quite some time prior to doing the show. And I don't think a damn one of y'all is going to turn down $700 million. I don't care if it's a 10-year contract. Sign me up
And
because
Dre, real quick, how about him playing the field? He took the trip to Toronto. The rumors were coming out that he was going to be a Blue Jay, and he did all that just to drive the price up. You know damn well he wasn't going to no Blue
oh
Jays.
hell,
That's what I was telling people.
hell, the only team, honestly speaking, if it wasn't the Dodgers, it would have been the Yankees because there's no way that he was getting paid like that from any other market. I just couldn't fathom that. And some of the highest players that we've seen, over some time have been people like the Manny Machados, the Bryce Harpers of the world, the Aaron Judges, and I just was like, yeah, this if he was, I knew he was going to get the, yeah, I knew he was going to get his bag, but I just didn't expect for it to be that type of bag that he got. Um, I thought I had it here, but
Yeah, he's getting
but some
680 between 2034 and 2043. So he's only going to get 20 million between
uh,
2024 and 2034. So basically 2 million a year for the next 10 years, and then he'll get the 680 between 2034 and 2043.
that's craziness.
So the
But
Dodgers are going to still be able to spend.
but I mean, but I like how Otani set up his deal so that way the Dodgers can be in there, they can be competitive, surround him with pieces, and try to basically guarantee him a World Series championship. Even if he just got one, as long as he got his championship, I think that's all that. I think that's the real motivational factor. I'm not going to go with the three or four like some people been trying to put out there. No, let's get him to one and then see from there. But also with Otani going to the Dodgers, he doesn't have to worry about pitching either. He can focus in on hitting. If they want to use him as a pitching option, maybe later down the road, but at least for this year, it doesn't seem like he's gonna have to even think about pitching. So I think that was um, a good head start to him. Um, I am curious. Like when I said, I think about people like Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge, um, um, Machado, people who've just gotten paid over time. All those were like in the $300 million aspect, even Mike Trout. But for Ohtani, I mean, that talk about resetting the market. We thought Patrick Mahomes was 500 million, but $700 million. Phew. I mean, look, I ain't mad at him, and I'm glad that he got his money. But now, it's time to it's time to show out. The only thing with baseball, it's not like basketball or football, where when you sign a player, they're making a huge impact. We know that baseball has several layers to it, because you can be the greatest hitter in the world, but you may still be going home early and not even make the playoffs. So just because he got this contract, it may not we may not see the fruits of his labor until later on down the road.
Let's put this in perspective real quick. I don't got much to say on this because it's all a facade. All right. Yes, it's a $700 million contract, but he's playing he's playing in Los Angeles. And good old Stephen A. Smith broke down his contract and the taxes that's coming out that thing. He'll be getting paid $70 million per year, but after taxes, he'll be taking home $34.8 million per year. So in 10 years, if it still stays at that tax bracket, because it might go up, knowing how California is, he's only going to bring home $348 million. So he signed a $700 million. He's going to be taking half of that. Whoop-de-doo. Great. Now, just do me a favor, Ohtani. Win me another damn World Series with the Dodgers, with Magic Johnson smiling like this. That's all I really ask. That's all I really care about. Other than that, keep it moving.
This has been your, what is it, Dre? Wealth management. What did y'all have on WEAA moment?
What the wealthy moment?
Wealth management with Raj.
Yeah, wealth management with Raj. We might have to make that a segment.
That'll be. He said, "Hey, let me tell you what you look like. What it look like you make it, and then what you really make it.
Yes.
What's your gross? I like that. What's your take home?
Yes.
Yes. Look, that's a good manager right there, man.
Hey, man, listen. Let me tell you what it is. This is what it looks like. Let me tell you what it is. Hey, it is two very different things, but smoke and mirrors. Dre, you know the crazy thing is, I think, I don't even think this could be classified as resetting the market, because there's nobody that could do what he's doing right now and what he's done. Like nobody, he's the only person. And I remember Colin Cowherd was saying this, while the season was going on. He's like, yo, he's worth close to $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Colin's right, yo, because he's a top-notch hitter and a top-notch pitcher. Like, we've seen people that do both. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't top 5 in both like Ohtani is. Like, Ohtani is what you call box office. Mm-hmm. And he was playing for the goddamn Angels, man. And folks were just going in just to see him, because the Angels wasn't a goddamn thing. But $700 million, hey, man, it's still crazy, because he's taking home 300. The people who contract is 300, they not taking that away. They not taking that home, because tax is gonna kill. And also, Raj, mm-hmm. and if you allow me to teach a portion of your curriculum with the sports, these brothers pay taxes in every state they play in. So, except for Texas and Florida.
So, Texas and Florida, yeah.
Right. So it's not all California, is what I want you and everybody to understand. It's not all California, because they're not playing all their games in California. So it's going to break down a little different. And also, he's not making that much over the next 10 years. He's only making $20 million over the next 10 years. Now, the next 10 after that 680 or whatever, they're going to chop that up in taxes too. But also, that's going to sit in escrow for a while. So, that's going to ensure some interest. a little bit. Now, I don't know if that interest is going to benefit him or the Dodgers, but you know, we get into that and do some research and all that later. But I think this is a phenomenal deal because that's a lot of money that you're going to be making 10 plus years from now. Like the contract that he set up is wild right now. So instead of making 20 million, it would be what, Raj, 10? Because you know, California, they want days off the top, and it's like half. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna cut it in half.
Easy, and that's not count anything else. We're just talking about the state or between state and federal taxes. It's gonna be about, you know, it's gonna be about that. But I just think, like, you want to talk about somebody thinking about his future? Yeah. We talking about this ain't gonna be over until 2043.
Damn.
Y'all think Ohtani gonna be playing in 2043? Y'all, does
might be.
He's young.
He's young enough. He's young enough, and if he doesn't pitch, it's possible.
Listen, bro. Chances are he's probably not playing in the next 20 years. It's like we're talking about 20 years from now. He's probably not going to be playing, which is a great setup because how many baseball players out there now not playing and still getting paid?
Chris Davis.
Yeah.
People got days named after them, Raj. There's whole days named after them. Ohtani is going to have a day. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done. Because what if the Dodgers go on a crazy run and then some Lord forbid that they restructure this and he's playing well 10 years from now. He's like, guys, yo, we gotta go back to the drawing board. Drawing board, we pay you $700 million. Drawing board, but he will be worth it. Because like Dre said, if he doesn't have to, he's not gonna pitch this year, right? What if at some point down the line he goes back to it? Because again, why is he worth 700 bills?
Oh yeah, he's pitching again. You know he's pitching again. They're gonna pimp him. He's pitching again.
They're gonna stretch 700,
him, baby. But that's what I'm saying. Eventually, he'll get back to pitching. That's what I'm saying. He's not gonna be pitching or doing anything in 2043. I'm gonna put my money on him not playing in 2043. But that's a great setup. Like Raj, again, in your curriculum, we got to talk about the future, setting yourself up for the future. And he set himself up. He set himself up very handsomely in 2034.
He'll definitely be set up for the future. That I have no doubt about. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of people around him that's going to make sure that he's set for life. He's going to have, you know, people that are smarter than all of us combined that's going to help him, you know, secure more bags and probably get more endorsement deals and all this other great stuff. So all that's going to be taken care of. It's just, I mean, when people say, you know, $700 million, they just think he automatically is going to get $700 million. That's not the case. It's just going to be taxed, and it's going to be taxed heavily because where he's playing at. But if he wouldn't have went to, you know, Houston or something like that, or a Florida team, then we could be saying, yeah, he gonna get that $700 million. They're not taxing it.
He'll get a good bit of it until he goes to California. But yes, he's gonna get a nice portion of it. It's like a handful of states where they don't pay state taxes, but we all know Texas and Florida is two of the
major ones.
Two of the bigger ones. But nonetheless, that's a lot of we're talking about a lot of money. And honestly, and maybe we could do a show about this, even without other ventures, about how contracts are actually broken down. Like, I'm not even talking about signing bonuses and that. I mean, we can't talk about that, but also taxes, because we see this big number and they don't get nowhere near that, because look at the money we make. Look at what we are making and how heavily taxed we are. And we are on the low totem pole when we're talking in comparison to the top tier sports players. So it's all about percentages. So their money is going to be taxed. It's going to be seemingly taxed way more, even though it's the same percentage. But obviously, ain't nobody here making 700 million. You know what I'm saying? So,
Not yet.
No matter whether it was California, even in Florida and Houston, they getting their taxes some way. That's why in traveling, because they have to pay tax by every state they play in. So even if it is Houston or Florida, they still getting taxed. They still getting hit pretty heavily. But at least half of the season, hey, we gonna make out better than them guys out west.